All right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the truth hour with General Sarah Soon said he kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. I'm excited and delighted to be accepted members to not only the Sarah Soon said YouTube page, but the General SETI YouTube page, two dynamic powerhouse institutions on YouTube, giving you nothing but black power, black divinity. I want you to become a member today. I want you to subscribe immediately. The link for memberships is right down in the video description, is in the chat. All you have to do is just click it. You get a video introduction, rundown on the memberships, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join. Even if you don't, I appreciate your presence here at the Sarah Soon SETI General SETI YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. That's right, family. The General got a new teachable website, going to be uploading a lot of dynamic curriculums, certificate programs, and courses. The first one up, 25 Steps to the Redemption of Definitive Black Manhood, is there for you, brothers. It's dynamic. You know, all the material custom designed and created by the General, so you already know it's off the chain. You ain't gonna get it like this nowhere else. We got a Brother of Heru roundtable live stream where we talk very seriously about our situations and how we can grow and develop. And I got coaching calls for the brother, so most definitely get on over there, because I'm in the trenches with you, brother. Come on and get right. Get on over here and get this curriculum. That's right. And ring the alarm, KingSETI.com, online marketplace, official General Sarah Soon SETI DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor, accessories for every room in the house. Got something for your family. Know you're going to like it and love it. Get that discount, shop and save and shop. Pull the fire alarm, GeneralSETI.com, SETI University, 2,500 videos, 40 different subjects. All the subject that you know and love from the General, you know that's off the chain. You know that's fire. There's no website like it nowhere on the planet. Got the Grandmaster teachers. Get over there, binge on Black Power, the Black Power Netflix. That's right. Everybody knows that he got the popping his page on Patreon, and we got that fire dropping this Wednesday. This Wednesday, right? Yes, indeed. We got the Rise of the Neanderthals. Yeah, we got to take it straight to Patreon. 2.5 hours fire video, the visual shocking, visuals off the chain, information deep. You can leave here, man, and got research material for the rest of your life. This will you will step through a portal that will open you up to read a whole world of information that, goddamn it, you will be researching for the rest of your life. So I want you to get it so you can get a clear understanding of what you're dealing with, the rise of the Neanderthal. All you have to do is go to my Patreon, become an intermediate scribe. Intermediate scribe. You see, you already know what that means. What's above it? That's what, figure that one out. And not only will you get this, it's going down Wednesday, 6:30 HD. It's going to be sharp. And even if you don't get it right away, it'll be waiting on you whenever you sign up. It'll be there waiting on you. And not only that one, but all of the other live stream that have accumulated under that intermediate scribe level. You even have access to that. So get on over there for Wednesday, family, because it's going to be fire. That's right. And to all those that donate to the General, thank you. Appreciate you. Those that would like to donate, link in the chat, in the video description. Make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King SETI, General SETI, Sarah Soon SETI. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends. And comment. Just don't say nothing stupid, because I will ban your ass. Here we go. Grossly incompetent. Now, as soon as I have to be balanced. I had to be balanced. Yeah, and these Cro-Magnon Neanderthals is missing. You know, they missing. Missing some marbles. That's true. That's true. Ray said they're missing a whole lot of marbles, and that's true. And so I had to be fair in my approach when I give these these interpretations or in dialogue, you feel me, on these news reports that's coming out and how they failing and what they and it come down to the get down, that we are the critical part of the infrastructure. So anytime you got a goddamn cabinet and you ain't got the melanated gods and goddesses of the planet Earth somewhere trying to balance the decay mentality, you bound to trip and fall. And that's what they did. And so here it is. You let me get them in here. I got to get dumb, dumber, and dumbest. I got to get them all in here now. Make sure y'all, we'll come back to that. Rising the Neanderthal. And that's what these is, sitting up on this goddamn, I'm about to put them up here. The goddamn Neanderthals. Here we go. And so you got the, and let me move out the way. You can get, yeah, there you go. That's the supposed Secretary of Defense back there. I had to let y'all see him because he most definitely Neanderthalic. All of them Neanderthalic. Look at that motherfucker right there. Neanderthal. Nothing but Neanderthal. They don't know. They can't think right. So they didn't have a goddamn, I don't know, it's a step up from a chat, a live Zoom. And they got a goddamn reporter. I don't know. I guess they didn't text the motherfuckers. I don't know if they had them on the, somebody had to text him. Or somebody had to give him the link in order for him to have access to this video chat. And what was they discussing on the video? You had J.D. Vance, the vice president. You got what's his name? What is it, Pete? Is it Hedge Self? You understand what I'm saying? And I believe it's Mark Rubio, who is the Secretary of State. So you got the vice president, the Secretary of Defense, and the Secretary of State. And they got a rogue fucking reporter. I don't even know if they know he there. And they sitting up here discussing classified information about Yemen, it's military operations. I say, man, how dumb can you motherfuckers be? This is just gross incompetency to do, because I see why China ended up with so many, they knockoffs, but I see how they could get in there and get all that shit. They went in and one China man got, and I'm going to show that, when he got in there and he stole all their goddamn blueprints for they stealth shit and everything and took that shit back to China. That's because they dumb. You understand what I'm saying? They want to pretend like they so, but goddamn, how dumb can you be? So they just, and they talking about, they want to cut out the DEI. You understand? Because they just hiring motherfuckers just because but they might be incompetent, in their job position. Well, goddamn, how did y'all get in? How the fuck did y'all get in? How goddamn incompetent is that? I got the video, and they on head self. He over there. He didn't went overseas, and the reporters jumped right on his ass like, well, what's going on? And he diverted so. It was bad. How he had to divert. He didn't even answer the question, because to my understanding, he trying to act like what this reporter was saying was like he's a rogue. He was trying to make it seem like he was a rogue, but they didn't already validate it. You know what I'm saying? They didn't validate it that he was. He got all type of white nationalist tattoos and shit. You know what I'm saying? They were saying that he had been denied, access to parts of the inauguration of Biden because the motherfucker was, linked to some white nationalists. Yeah. They let he got all type of white nationalist goddamn tattoos on him. So they don't really, but he's a Neanderthal. He is. All of them up there Neanderthals. Period. So, they gonna try to do the right, but they ain't got that rhythm. You know what I'm saying? They trip and fall, you know what I'm saying? Ooga booga, you know what I'm saying? They ain't quick enough. That processor. See, When you talk about a computer and shit, a lot of y'all niggas, you know, you got to have that fast processor where if your shit moving slow, you can have all the information, but your processor slow. You can't process fast enough. You see? And so that motherfucker, you know, you ain't got that pineal and shit. Yeah, say J.D. Vance is an alcoholic. Yeah, and he a whole lot of other shit too. Yeah. They all. But listen to this. They gon' I got the video on this and see how he divert. He diverted like a motherfucker. Say J.D. Vance an alcoholic. I believe it. And probably in the rest of them probably dope fiends. Oh, it's up here. Here itself, right here. Wait a minute. There you go.
Of Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth, who, from what we understand, just landed.
The Indo-Pacific, shifting priorities to make sure we're deterring threats to the future. President Trump's been focused on that. Reestablishing the warrior ethos, rebuilding our military.
Yeah, he cross-dressed.
And ultimately reestablishing deterrence is critically important. And so we're out here to talk to our commanders and, more importantly, meet with the troops all across the Indo-Pacific, and then our allies and partners, too, who are going to be a critical part of ensuring the future in this region is free. And so we're glad to be here. It's a beautiful day. Had a full work day on the plane. Now we've got a full work day here as well, and looking forward to it. One question.
Can you share how your information about war plans against the Houthis in Yemen was shared with a journalist in the Atlantic? And were those details classified?
You're talking about a deceitful and highly discredited so-called journalist who's made a profession of peddling hoaxes time and time again.
Now, right there, I'm gonna go and check. I got to do my. Yeah. Anyway, I had to go and do because I think they didn't already verified it. So the fact that he get up there, the fact that that motherfucker he right there want to discredit the motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? Right there, that showed me that you didn't even think about your response, motherfucker. I heard they verified it. Yeah, they verified it. You see, so he didn't fucked up. Right there, you didn't fucked up. Let's go forward.
To include the hoaxes of Russia, or the fine people on both sides hoax, or suckers and losers hoax. So this is the guy that peddles in garbage. This is what he does. I would love to comment on the.
Let me see if they verify. Fuck this. I want to see because I think. Let me see if they verified that. I got to go and dig deeper. But I thought I had read where, Donald Trump denied he even knew about it. Yeah, he ain't even DEI. He ain't even DEI. He DEAD. That's what the fuck he is. Yeah,
Houthi campaign. Because of the skill and courage of our troops. I've monitored it very closely from the beginning. And you see, we've been managing 4 years of deferred maintenance under the Trump administration. Our troops, our sailors were getting shot at as targets. our ships couldn't sail through.
See, he didn't most definitely divert. He ain't even got a good answer for the shit. You know, he talking about the truth. She ain't ask you nothing about them motherfucking truth. She asked you how the fuck did this motherfucker did you text information? And the man sat up there and said what, you know, and now why would he just up out of no motherfucking where say he was on a damn link with a goddamn with the why would he do it? And all they had to do was go back and check the shit. You know what I'm saying? All they had to do was go back and check it. Now, if he didn't downloaded this shit or anything, I don't know if, you know, when you got you know, they got these high tech, I don't know if you can download it or not. You know what I'm saying? So it might be to that level. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, he's most definitely, they didn't caught him off guard and he don't know how to act. You know, he done went into Captain Caveman on their ass. You can see his forehead and shit. Yeah, you know, he done went into a full Neanderthal forehead and eyebrows and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it looked like he might be trying to change into a lichen on our ass. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker might change right there on motherfucking on live Fox, you see? But, you know, it's ridiculous because, you know, this just show you the incompetent motherfucker been to put. But anyway, I believe that again, they could verify. All he had to do was come forward. And if he sat up here and he lying and the shit come back to bite him, man, they might as well fire him. They might as well fire him. He need to go. That's incompetence beyond incompetence. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to be the Secretary of goddamn Defense. The brother that was in there before he got there is way more professional than he is. Way more goddamn professional than he is. You know what I'm saying? More professional and goddamn, you know. And so his demeanor was, you know, he was a, you know, big brother. You know what I'm saying? And so he walked around. He was like you know, that's a motherfucker you could respect. You know. But this goddamn Neanderthal caveman right here, he don't have no rationalization, you know, and so all you had to do is put him on blast, and he should have thought of, you know, but that's what a nigga would do. You got to think about this shit. You know what I'm saying? You got to think about this shit, and but that could cost you your job. I don't think he's gonna be there long. Now, y'all listen to me when I tell you this. Listen to me when I tell you this. Donald Trump is going to fire him. It ain't going to be long. Listen to who told you, okay? Because it's going to come back. Donald Trump, at some point in time, is going to get rid of him. He might not get rid of him today. He might not get rid of him tomorrow. But he going to say, they say Elon Musk has been demoted. Is he? I ain't even been keeping up with him. Yeah, I ain't been keeping up with him. He probably want to be demoted. They burning his shit up. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody want that apartheid. You know what I'm saying? You know, that motherfucker trying to institute apartheid. Motherfuckers gonna rebel. Even these goddamn, see, the thing is, even these, you know, these races over here don't want them over here because they got their own form of white supremacy like that they operate in. All these motherfuckers don't, they ain't got the same, you know, they got different shoe sizes and shit. Everybody's foot don't fit in the same goddamn shoe. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, y'all trying to throw, because they at the end of the rope. They at the end of the rope. And so now they trying any motherfucking thing to try to hold on to power. And it just ain't going to work. But listen to me when I tell you. Listen. Donald Trump is going to fire him. Head self. He gone. He done already fucked up. You understand what I'm saying? Because Donald Trump, you know, he acting like he don't even know about it. Ain't no way you got accusations that your vice president, your goddamn secretary of state, and your secretary of defense was on a goddamn chat, a classified chat, in which a reporter, an average reporter, had access to a classified live. It was either a live chat. I don't know if it was live, was it video. I don't know if it was video or it was just a chat. You understand? But he had access to it. And so I don't know who instituted the chat, who was responsible for getting it, sharing the chat. But whoever was responsible for that and supposed to have checked, motherfucker, you need to go. You understand what I'm saying? Because you are the type of motherfucker that don't understand the checks and balances of making sure classified information don't get out there. You've been to fuck around in critical infrastructure. People have access to it. You the type of motherfucker, and it ain't no I'm sorry's and shit. You got soldiers out there in certain parts of the world and shit. You get motherfuckers that have access to that, where they whereabouts, where they located, all kind of shit. And so that's just some shit you cannot do. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that just show you when you get a motherfucker that ain't been put in that position. See, the brother that was in it, I think his name was Austin. He's a career military man. You know what I'm saying? You went and you didn't come in there and fight these guys that was in there. The brother was chairman of Joint Chiefs. He was a brother too. Them brothers been in there, so you're going to go in there and you're going to pull. Now, I didn't agree with them having these, the no pride movement in the military. That was a critical situation right there. It is destroying the morale because motherfuckers ain't gonna want to be in there. You understand? Real niggas ain't gonna want to be in there with no, they not. So that was critical. You understand what I'm saying? But just because you get rid of that don't mean you got the professionalism and the management and the administration skills. You understand what I'm saying? To run a department like that. And obviously you could see that he do not have the intelligence to run no goddamn department like that. Donald Trump didn't put in a lot of cronies in in some areas. He might have a half decent, person in the spot. He might have a half decent person in the spot. But this right here was most definitely like you didn't pick. You understand what I'm saying? This motherfucker was on Fox. He ain't did shit. He ain't nobody. He's a nobody. Yeah, he's a nobody. He's a fucking nobody. No administration skills, no nothing. And so you could, like I say, even if you look at the picture right there, you could tell he didn't want it. He looked like he about to turn into, Dracul, man. It looked like he about to motherfucking teeth going, he upset, motherfucking teeth gonna drop down, motherfucker Dracul. He's a vampire. You see, it might turn into a lichen. So listen to me when I tell you this. It's not, he done fucked up. Believe me when I tell you, he done fucked up. And he not gonna be there. And remember that I told you. Remember that I told you that. You can come right back to this video and remember he won't be there long. Okay, I give him a couple months. I give him a couple months. 3 at the most. And he gonna be out of there. And that's long. That's the long number. That's the long number. He ain't gonna be there long. You understand what I'm saying? Because now he rattled and ain't no telling what fucked up decision he gonna make. You understand? Because now he gonna try to overplay his hand and he still don't have the skills to administrate, and he gonna overplay his hand because he done fucked up. Now he gonna try to come with a heavy hand on the department and shit, and they gonna rebel against him and they gonna get his ass up out of there. He's the first one that gonna be, and Ray said they didn't demoted Elon Musk, and I knew that was coming. He probably want to get out of there anyway because they burning all his cars up and shit, and this, that, and the third, and they don't. He was, all of this going to get these anybody's and shit, and thinking that they can administrate don't mean shit. You can administrate car companies, but that don't mean you can administrate no damn nation. You see what I'm saying? You can't treat no damn the nation like, because you got to have, you know numbers, but you got to have compassion. Elon Musk looking at this shit like, you know, they're just robots. He ain't got no compassion for no goddamn body. He see this shit, numbers and goddamn robots. That's all he know. And so he ain't, if you ain't got enough compassion and know how to balance the numbers and shit and administrate where the people, there's compassion for the people, fuck you. You can get the fuck up out of y'all cutting people job. Y'all just come in just knocking down whole departments and shit. You understand what I'm saying? You easy, you know, if the shit ain't working, cut star, you know what I'm saying, and bring it down and see if you could cut it some and maybe you a little bit, you know, if it's too large of employees and is, you know, and is too big to really function like it need, and you chop it down some and shit, and but to come and just destroy, and I don't give a fuck. The education department, they ain't teaching nothing, no, and then we say that, but the technical aspect, see that part, you know, the technical aspect, we still need that. We still need the technical aspect of what we need to know, and so all of that is we need. So, you know, and maybe, you know, if you cut that department out, you know, our babies might not have access to the technical shit, you know, because the public schools, you know, they would have the technical, you know, skills, that classes that, you know, shop and, you know what I'm saying, where you go and they might even be working on cars, they might have shop, they might have welding, they might have all that shit, where if you cut it out, then you got, you know, a lot of charter schools, they might not have access to the skills and shit, you know, technical skills that, you know, that the public schools might have. So, you know, when you start cutting out the federal monies and shit, but if they ain't bringing it to the school, that don't mean shit neither. But that's what we need. And so I don't know if just cutting it all the way out was necessary. The humanities aspect was bullshit. The historical humanities aspect of teaching peoples about life and who they are and shit, that's garbage. You see, it don't make no difference. They can shut that shit down any day of the week. But the skilled labor, technical skills, that's most definitely needed. You know, but anyway, I expect that somebody they're gonna lose their job, and he's most definitely the lowest man when it comes to JD Vance. JD Vance ain't going nowhere. And Marco Rubio, he ain't going nowhere neither. You understand? Not right now. You know, long as he don't try to, you know, but head self, if anybody gonna be the fall guy out of them three for the shit that just happened, it's gonna be him right there. So anyway, family, I appreciate y'all being here today. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Had a nice dialogue with you. Where you at, Ray? Yeah, I see you. All right. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Appreciate you for being here. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share the information, because we giving up commentary over here like no other. You see? All right. Arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast. Get over there to Patreon. We got the Rise of the Neanderthals this Wednesday. Intermediate Scribe. 2.5 hours. HD. Gonna blow the mind. I see you over there. Arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast. Daily liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.